All right.
Not that there's going to be much difference, but all right. Looks like we're getting ready to go.
So one of the major bosses in this game is text boxes.
Oh my, yes, text boxes.
Not only do you have text boxes just about everywhere, but you've also got this, just wonderful text boxes that, show up to remind you about important things, which aren't that important.
All right, so here are the Spinies that we're talking about. We're 2 screens away from the sword. So he's going to push his that way. And let's see. All right, HiST got the quick sword, but Sakura unfortunately did not. Oh no, wait, they both got it. Okay, okay, I was off by. Looked like it was off for me. I apologize about that.
All right, so it looks like they are farming up some amount of rupees.
No, actually, they're manipulating a piece of power count right now.
Oh, piece of power. Yeah, I heard him say something about 10 rupees. Sorry.
10 rupees. Okay. Okay, no, okay. They're doing the other route. They're doing the new route. Okay. They don't, in the old route, you did not do this. So you're going to come into the shop and you're going to actually go ahead and steal the shovel with 10 rupees. Nope. Sakura got caught. Oh, wow. They both got caught. Yeah, they are not having good luck with stealing the shovel. There we go.
This sinks, though.
Yeah, so they're going to be doing the mushroom. They're going to be doing the new mushroom routing. So there's a mushroom in the forest. It's, again, we're going to bring up an LAD link to the past reference here. But there is a mushroom in the forest, just like there is. So they're going to save and quit there to buy bombs and save their money. So now they both are going to have 20 bombs. And now they're going to steal the bow and arrow, because who really wants to farm 980 rupees?
Not me.
And those 10 rupees they're going to go play the trendy game to go get the magic powder.
Yeah, so that right there is one of the reasons that the save and quit would be more useful.
Oh my goodness. Missed it. Yeah, he's going to have to reset to get that back. But this is by no means a lost race just yet, because actually, wait, if they're doing the mushroom route, they don't have to worry about that. Never mind. One of the original skips was going to be what's called the Moblin skip, but I don't believe they do this in this route now. One of the unfortunate unskippable owls here.
Yeah, I believe we are, there's a bounty out for, can we skip this owl?
Yeah, and the only way to skip that owl, unfortunately, is the screen warp, which can't do. All right, so the old route, which I do know a little bit more about. Oh, what are they manipulating here? Oh, okay. That's a new one to me.
Mushroom bomb trigger.
The powder bomb trigger. Okay, that is a new one to me.
So that's to be fair, a little less technical than the little skip that you usually do to sort of flip
usually
into
there's a skip which you do. It's called the Moblin skip, and there's a little Moblin produced. There's a one-hole gap. You need him to shoot an arrow into you to boost you across that pit. So I am a bit surprised here.
Yeah, it's like a bomb jump, except it's an arrow jump.
Yep. And, of course, let's ignore keyholes.
Keyholes are overrated.
All right.
I believe there's at least one keyhole we activate from the back.
Dungeon 3.
Yep.
So what they're doing, every time they open a chest, they're going to open up their save and quit menu and then cancel out of it. That'll cancel the text box that comes up after going, you just picked up a small key.
Yeah, now that is allowed even in the no save and quit category.
Correct.
Because you can, because you're not actually saving and quitting, you're just pulling up the menu.
Yep, opening a menu. All right, so Sakura on their way to pick up the Rock's Feather.
And at this point, we see the fact that this is, indications that this world may not be all that it seems, because suddenly you're in a Mario game.
Goombas. Well, we already saw a Chain Chomp earlier.
Yep. One thing I learned as a small child is if you jump on the Goombas, they will drop a heart.
All right, here we go. First instance of a super jump coming up on Sakura's side. There we go. Executed perfectly. Jumps over the key block. There's the nightmare key, which is the big key, and then they're going to do another. We're going to do another super jump clip right there.
So that involves sort of falling down a quote ledge while you're jumping, right? Sort of.
And this will also show you how overpowered the bow is. 2 shots kills the mini boss.
Yeah, the bow is gross. Hello, Trolldorm.
Hey, Trollworm. Oh, didn't get the quick. Nope. Trollworm's being trolly today. There we go. In a perfect fight, you can actually jump over and swipe in midair and hit its tail. And you can do that 4 times and just take it. And with that, Dungeon 1's completed, and with the full moon cello.
Now, some of you may be noticing, if you've played a little Link to the Past, you may notice that some of the enemies and some of the bosses are very similar to that of Link to the Past. And that's because when this game originally started, it was intended to be just a straight port of Link to the Past. And then they were like, nah, let's make our own game.
All right, and HiST takes down his mobile arm. Another thing I like about the Japanese game, those two little boys talk forever in the English version. You only have to do 1 text box in Japanese.
Yeah, so one thing you want to make sure is, before you get, say, the lift upgrade, don't touch anything you can lift up.
This looks really heavy. You might need something more than your bare hands.
Oh, no.
Yep. All right. Sakura coming up onto the Moblin Cave where Bow Wow has been kidnapped. All right. 2 spin slash. That's a good one. And King Moblin. All right, good. 1 spin, 3 slash.
Yeah.
And 1 spin, 1 slash.
Yeah. It looked like that first spin might have hit him twice, but that could be other games' mechanics coming out in my brain.
All right, so here's your first instance where you are going to touch this rock where you can't lift it, but there's a reason. So right there, he's setting up with the rock clip. And right there, if you saw Link move diagonally right before he got that text box, that indicated he moved perfectly. And then Bow Wow needs to eat a flower, and Dungeon 2.
All right, so, if you were expecting a whole lot of time between dungeons today, nope.
Not really. So now the players are going to start manipulating for a piece of power. Piece of power will drop, I believe it is 20 kills without getting hit. And then, but there is also a Guardian Acorn that could also drop at I want to say it's 15 kills without getting hit. No, it's not without getting hit. It's I don't remember off the top of my head now.
Right, but the specific number of kills to set up the items, and
usually in this route, where Sakura is, you would already have it. So I believe
the significance of not getting hit is you want to, once you have the piece of power, you want to make sure not to get hit as much as you can, because I believe once you get hit 3 times, it's over.
3 hits, not 3 hits that cause damage.
Right.
So but from enemies. So falling down a pit, and we're gonna. Okay, that was an interesting technique to get that power bracelet there.
Yeah, so I was unaware that worked.
Yeah, the trick I know is that you jump backwards and then jump and slash. But with that one, the intended route is to light the torch, the ghosts turn away, and then you can kill the ghost or wait for them to spawn off screen.
So I guess you just kill them, or not kill them, but just get them off the screen is the way you trigger it.
Correct.
And so they're just like, well, we'll just have them walk off the screen. Torches are overrated.
So in that previous room where Sakura picked up their nightmare key and where HiST is going to next, those enemies need to be killed in this specific order. First, kill the imprisoned Pole's voice. Stealthos last is the clue you get if you have the stone beak.
And the important thing is, don't forget there's a bat. I was like, oh, I killed the thing, and then I killed the Stealthos. Why don't I have the thing yet?
Exactly. All right, here is the Bottle Clown Genie. We're going to be seeing another instance of a clip. This fight usually requires 3 cycles, but in this case, if it's done properly, it's going to take 1. See if they got it. Yep, broke the bottle in 1 shot, and they're going to do a bomb and a bomb arrow. Half a heart left, but got the kill.
All right.
So just like that, 2 instruments down. All right, up next we are going to be doing another skip. I believe they will be doing this now. I am kind of thrown off a little bit by the route, but I believe the next part is going to be the Villa skip. Let's see if I'm proven wrong here.
That does seem like the next logical step.
Okay, looks like they are going the correct way for it. Good. Okay. So the Villa skip is a very interesting technical display. Okay, he's picking up the warp. That's what he's doing. Quick warp.
You definitely want to have that available, because you want to make
sure the way the warps work in this game, as long as you see the warp, it is active.
Yeah, and so shortly we'll be seeing the second warp, and that will become relevant.
Bingo.
There it is.
Yeah, so the Villa skip. What's going to happen is, normally this is where you talk to Richard in his villa, and he's like, I have a favor to ask. Can you find my golden leaf? Thank you. There are actually 5. So it's like, you didn't tell us that.
And they're in a castle. Also, you need a shovel. And then so, your 13-year-old self proceeds to dig up every single tile in the castle.
Yep. All right. So what Sakura is doing here is doing a buffer. They're waiting to hear the fall animation, and then they're able to drop down, and then you just saw what happened. So they're going to dig here. It's going to come up as a golden leaf, but it's actually the slime key. I believe the reasoning for that is that the game has encoded the leaves as the trigger, and then after you get all 5 leaves, it'll revert it to the slime key. But since you've never obtained all 5 golden leaves, it's still a golden leaf, but it's the actual slime key. And then that was the escape from the villa that you saw. And here's the instance of key in the keyhole in the front, but we're going to open it through the back.
So does that make that like the mullet keyhole?
I believe you can say that, yes. Nope, we missed the chest there. Ooh, Guardian Acorn. Do not touch those. Reason why you don't want to touch your Guardian Acorn is if an Acorn is active, you will never see a piece of power drop. And the reverse of that is true, too. All right, HiST is doing his Villa skip right now. He's doing He's buffering the spot. Looks like I think he's got it. There it is.
Yeah, and you can even see that it gives you the text for the slime key as well when you get it.
All right, there's the piece of power. Piece of power is what definitely makes this run what it does. Looks like we're going to have another super jump here. Oh, okay, got it. For the boots. So a piece of power doubles your damage output, and it also increases your speed. Increases your speed by 25%. So, and getting hit by 3 damage dealing sources that are not like traps. We're doing another one of those rock clips. This is going to be a key block clip. There we go. He's got it.
Yeah. So that super jump he did to get over to the Pegasus boots looked awful lot like there was some out of bounds going on there.
That's one of the skirts lines, and that is actually a place where you can also soft lock. I remembered that one now. If you incorrectly position yourself that well soft lock you will not be able to jump out of the wall.
Oh right, I remember. There's the second part of the rules are you can either be in, so you can be in the squares that the game intends you to be in. You can go into the squares adjacent to them, but you can't go through them.
Yes. And also, a piece of power will also end if you exit. It's what we consider it's called a subzone. So the dungeon itself is a subzone. The moment you exit the dungeon, you will lose the piece of power. Oh, HiST missing the clip. A super jump off of the Dodongo worm.
So I'm guessing that that's done by just jumping and then spinning the sword.
Yeah, timing a spin slash.
At the right time. That is pretty impressive right there. Ooh. Greatly reducing the number of keys you have to get.
That was a good shot by that Octorok on Sakura.
So, as great as jumping is, I can tell why they may have left the Rock's Feather out of certain other games just because of how busted its use is.
Alright, yep. So every time they're going into a random building that you normally wouldn't see, that's just to set up a save point. Up next is we're coming up on one of the major soft locks of the game, the Walrus Skip. So he's setting up a bomb trigger. Okay, he gets it. This bomb trigger triggers the ocarina singing Marin. The game expects you to have Marin, and she's going to sing to wake up the walrus. After this completes, he has to leave the screen. If a little bunny comes onto the screen, officially soft locked because it's waiting for Marin to complete the cutscene. But as of now, his menu is disabled, so he has to actually go into a cave to re-enable his menu. So you're going to see that right here. And we swear, guys, there's a boss here. We swear, there's a boss there. Don't worry, you'll get to see him again, maybe.
So,
that was Lanmola.
Yep. I mean, that was Lanmola's. Where was that? Just did the silly dog eat the thing, or what?
No, actually, they shot arrows into it.
Oh, arrows. Okay.
Yeah. Shot a couple.
So just like you do in Link to the Past, except
yeah, pretty much.
Except way, way, way faster.
Mm-hmm. Well, the arrows in this game are overpowered, so.
It's like they might as well already be silver.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so Sakura is now taking the warp to go back up to the mountain, right next to the waterfall to unlock the 4th dungeon. Now, here's where a sequence break is going to happen. They're gonna do dungeon 4, but they're not going to complete it.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing this last time I saw this, and I think you go get the flippers, but then you don't finish the dungeon, or am I making that up?
You are correct. The reason behind that is there is a skip that has to be done. There is a side quest that would have to be done otherwise, which is annoying.
Yeah. That is an understatement. Alright, I believe we're about to come across a meme.
Yep.
Alright, so he
hi, dude.
Successfully navigated dude. That.
Level 4.
So far, no crystal text box, so that's an upside.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so long jump across. A lot of these dungeons are linear in the fact that a lot of the items that are required are like every dungeon's gated effectively.
Yeah, it's clear that they intended you to do these in a very specific order and wanted that to be the case. But you know, enterprising speedrunners can always find ways around things.
Oh my, yes. I think one of the best ones is Link's Awakening. Let's just go to Dungeon 8 and get the Fire Rod, and then let's just have fun with that.
Yeah, Fire Rod is 7 kinds of busted.
Alright, here's Cue Ball. Oh, missed it.
Is this like Proto-Argus?
Kinda, sorta, not really. Wow, Sakura having problems with Cue Ball. That's weird. There we go. Usually it's just a quick 4-spin slash and it's over.
You go through that room quick enough so that you don't have to pull the silly switch on the wall.
Yep. Got the flippers and just getting out of Dodge. They'll be back. So they will be back to that dungeon, I believe, after they complete level 6.
All right.
Because for some weird reason, the quest checkbox is marked as complete if you have the level 2 power bracelet. Why that is, I have no idea.
That
makes no sense to me.
Probably reusing the memory location or something.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. But going into the Catfish's Maw here.
Into good old level 5.
HiST, there we go. 3rd time's a charm for HiST, getting that jump across that block. The intended route is, of course, to blow that block up with a bomb and then get your key. So level 5 is the home of the hookshot.
Yep, and
this hookshot is very good.
Now that being said, it's a hook shot that seems to take an inordinate amount of time to get a hold of, because somebody just kind of runs around the dungeon with it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you could just bomb trigger Master Stalfos to appear in room number 4.
We wish you could do that. Fun fact, though, there is a way you could actually kill him in this first room, but if you do, he doesn't spawn in room 2, which means you lose the hook shot forever.
That seems bad.
Yep, so right there, you just saw he did place the bomb and then do 2 bomb. He placed the bomb, did 2 bomb arrows, and then the 3rd bomb shattered, which made him run away. The next 2 fights you're going to see with Master Stalfos are going to just be a single bomb with bomb arrow. Because he has lower HP in fights 2 and 3 for some weird reason. Oh. Or, okay, that's a new technique.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm having Ice Palace flashbacks.
That's alright.
I mean, you've got that room with the 5 blocks and the switch. You've got, you know, Stalfos coming down from the ceiling that you gotta bomb.
Yep. Alright, so here's the 3rd Stalfos fight.
And now we gotta head back to the beginning.
Right. Nice super jump there. So let's go get the big key. Hey, bloopers. That's good damage boost there.
Do do do.
Alright, here we go, and just enough. First try. The intended route for that is to get the hook shot to pull that bridge across. But your Pegasus boots plus the Horok feather give you just enough clearance.
So did it require that bonk off the left side, or was that just...
Yeah, it kind of does, because that's a perfect setup. It doesn't require it, but that's your best setup.
All right. Does that put you at just the right vertical pixel to make the jump?
Pretty much. Or really the horizontal pixel.
All right. So we're finally going to deal with Master Stalfos.
Yep.
And pick up that hook shot.
He's gone. So let's get one of the overpowered items in the game. Hook shot grapples against any solid thing and it'll pull you across, and it also damages enemies. It doesn't stun them, it outright damages them. Like so. And more water enemies. Cheap cheeps. So if you were running the traditional no save and quit route, you would want to lose your piece of power at this point, because this boss is a little weird at the fact that... Oh, okay, that was a hook shot buffer.
Excellent.
That in a second. So this boss is a little weird. If you have piece of power, he gains invulnerability frames when you hit him. Makes no sense. Doesn't do any extra damage, it just has extra invulnerability frames. So that little jump that he did across the pit where he fired the hook shot before he fell, that's an exploit of the game mechanics, where the pits look for a couple frames for you to fall, and in that little meantime you can buffer a hook shot to save you. So
I noticed that during that fight with the 5th boss there, he never pulled out a fake head. Is that manipulated, or is that just luck?
No, there are no fake heads in that one. It's just which one of the 4 is random. So the head will always appear in one of them. It's just, are you in position for it? I've heard that there is some sort of manipulation for it, but I've never seen it.
Huh.
And in a perfect world, that would have actually been a 2-cycle, but he just was in bad positioning when the head appeared in the upper left. So with the flippers in hand, he's going to go ahead and head to the face shrine. And pick up the face key and then do dungeon 6.
Looks like another unfortunate, unskippable owl.
Yep, there's a few of those. Alright, HiST coming up on that same boss. See if he can get the 2-cycle. Got the 2-cycle, nice. It requires 8 slashes. Hey look, it's our good friend Armos.
Yeah. I never realized that this model was so, like, exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
There's not 6 of them this time. Just the one. And at this point, you know, the game intends you to go into the back and see the little scene about, you know, the true nature of the island. But that's not fast.
Nope.
And there's nothing that says you have to, so why would we?
Yep, Sakura picking up a couple extra arrow drops from the Armos that Bow Wow eats. All right, now we're gonna hopefully see a cutscene, a cutscene skip using Bow Wow.
Ah.
So we're gonna attempt to do a bomb trigger into a Bow Wow actually physically eating the cutscene. No, Bow Wow did not want to cooperate, and I did say bomb trigger. Unfortunately, I was wrong on that. It's just a bomb. Sometimes what'll happen is Bow Wow will jump out and eat a cutscene. Like you'll hear the chomp animation, and then you'll regain control. You can just leave the screen and then come back, and the dungeon will be appeared. So we'll see if HiST gets it.
Yeah, that seems like there'll be a. It doesn't seem like something you can manipulate that easily.
No, that's just purely dependent on Bow Wow's mood. Hey, Dungeon 6, the dungeon that introduces Wizrobes.
Oh boy!
Much like another Legend of Zelda game. Alright, there's the level 2 power bracelets. So now they can pick up even heavier things. And when you use the hook shot next to a pot, the game doesn't know what to do. So you can just do fun stuff like this.
Oh, look, coffee break strats.
Pretty much.
I thought it threw those pots at you, too.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. And we get exploded right there. In this game, the Wizrobes are vulnerable to bombs.
Yes, they are. We're gonna see another. We're gonna see a series of a couple of super jumps there, perfectly executed.
Yeah. So we skip a huge portion of the dungeon, and all of a sudden we can go get the big key.
Which opens the chest by throwing a pot, and you're nowhere near the chest, and you still get the key.
That's how physics works.
All right, so we're going to see another super jump here. Got it. That is another soft lock potential there. Hey, Pulse voice. Actually susceptible to the ocarina.
Nice. So yeah, no cutscene eating
here we
for
go. 1 in 4 chance. 2, 3. Okay, good. Got it in 3. Those horse heads literally are 50-50 to if they land right side up. And you have to get both of them right side up in order for it to work.
When I was playing casually, I used to think I had a strat that would manipulate that. I was wrong.
Let me guess. Line them up with the torches?
No. I think
okay.
it was. I think it had something to do with just standing in the right spot on the and throwing downward.
Yep. Here's another coffee break boss for you. Face. All you have to do is time bomb drops, and he will take damage.
Face. Oh, this guy throws the pots at you.
Yep.
That's where I'm coming up with that.
Yeah. I just noticed something in our chat. I have no idea who's winning. The player on our left, Sakura, is currently well in the lead right now. But HiST is on their tail.
Yeah. So, Sakura finished off the dungeon that HiST is currently in.
Oh, missed the wizard.
This is the wizrobe. Yeah.
The hookshot in this case will stun the wizrobe at least. So.
Now, are bombs the only way to kill the wizrobes?
To my knowledge, yes.
So
other than a few sword swipes, but the bombs are faster.
Yeah. So yeah, they go from invulnerable to bombs in the previous game to, virtually requiring bombs in this one.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now they're going back to Dungeon 4, which now when they pick up the instrument, the ghost should trigger, but because it's like, oh, you've already beaten level 6, you must have already done this side quest.
Right, so we can finally go finish off Dungeon 4. I think there's a nice little super jump that occurs at this point to make the rest of the dungeon really easy.
That is correct. The big key super jump. Because normally you'd have to do this convoluted puzzle to activate a staircase by stepping on the correct pattern of lights in that room that he just passed. Or we can just clip a couple pots here and then get into the wall, super jump and plink off of the thing, and there you go.
And I can confirm that the Japanese community also calls that a super jump. So,
and big fish, and big fish down.
Yep, totally the hardest boss in the game. Every boss in the game is the hardest boss in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So we see the 6th instrument picked up.
Yep. Now we're going to be coming up on one of the most infamous skips, the rooster skip. We were referring to this earlier. We call it the rooster skip because we skip getting the rooster. There is a big pit that you cannot traverse normally unless you have the rooster, which that would require getting the ocarina, which then requires you to go to the signpost maze, completing it, go talk to Mambo and get the Mambo's Mambo.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that.
I want to mention one thing about this game, which is actually really important, and we haven't really mentioned it, And that's menu management.
Oh my, yes. I can't believe we forgot about that.
Yeah, so in this game, your button, the items can be assigned to both buttons. And so it's very important to make sure that you've got your menu selections optimized, that you know exactly what you're going to select at any given time. Because you can waste a whole lot of time in there.
Correct.
And we see Sakura passing the last of the crystals without any text boxes, so there we go.
And I was just corrected in chat. I was actually just corrected. It's not Mambo's Mambo. It was the frog song of Soul in the signpost phase. My bad on that. I apologize. So here's that rooster skip. So you're gonna see a Pegasus jump, and then you're gonna see hook shot buffering with a jump. He's also gonna use pause buffering to get the correct frame.
Yeah.
So he can jump and then do it again.
You get precisely one frame to jump. And
well done.
Yep. It's not unlike a similar technique in Link to the Past.
No.
Where you get exactly one frame of movement, but
yep.
Yeah.
All right, so with that has been completed. We're going to be seeing a nice exit jump out of level 7 when we're done here. I kind of like seeing it.
So, I have a little piece of advice. So they see that hole down there with the Tektite? Don't accidentally fall in that hole.
Yeah, don't do that. It's bad.
Unless you want a piece of heart for some reason.
Yep.
All right, so we're now working our way up to level 7.
Mm-hmm. And here's another chance for another cutscene skip here. Does Mambo does? He does. He cooperated. Done. So Bow Wow literally ate the cutscene.
Nom nom nom.
All right. So here's the dungeon where we're going to be doing a lot of bomb triggers.
Nice little super jump to get up on top of the blocks, and then we flip the switch.
Mm-hmm. He's fighting Kirby. I think he's just having a little bit of fun there from the way it sounds.
And of course you guys on the restream can't hear this, but the runners are ecstatic that Kirby showed up.
Yep. All right, so what Sakura is doing there, he's dropping 2 bombs in a pit very rapidly to trigger the cutscene. So the cutscene that would trigger is the thing, and here's the final one, and there we go. So it's 3 pits in 1 screen transition. And the cutscene that triggers is when you throw that black orb into the pillar, it falling.
And so once you've gotten all of those, it replaces 4 rooms in the above area with the 4 rooms from above it. It's a really kind of innovative design.
Yep. All right, let's see if he can get first try Goomba Surf here. Setting up a wall clip. Got it. Okay, Goombas do not want to cooperate, it looks like. So he's going to reset the room. Oh, there we go. Oh, he lost the super jump. So the Goomba Surf, they want the Goombas to move to the right. Just like that. He lost it again. All right, he's just going back up strats.
All right.
Yep,
So
super
you just do
jump
a
on
plain
a
super jump onto that. Yeah, okay.
playing super jump with a diagonal rock feather jump.
Yeah. But of course, if he'd have gotten that, he would have been right here immediately.
Yep.
So. Oh, now we've got a bird.
Using the
so bomb strats.
Yep, and bomb strats are the best strats. Pick up a bomb, throw it up. It lands at the bottom of the screen, not affected by gravity at that point. 3 bombs kills them.
Yeah.
Telling
I know
you
that
more
when I played this casually, I felt real clever when I was like, oh, I can stay on the ladder and hit him.
Oh, HiST gets the cutscene skip too. Nice.
Well done, and we move on. Pick up, the electric keyboard.
I forget the name of that one. I think it's an organ. I think it is an organ, though.
Yeah, full moon organ? Don't hold me to it.
No, it's the full moon cello. I know that.
Shh. Just let me have this. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Okay.
No, it is an organ. I remember that.
Oh, and there we go. Got the skip. I like it. So yeah, if you jump down there normally and you don't do a menu, you'll just fall straight into that pit. But if you do a menu, you'll get a little bit better.
Yeah, like I said, don't accidentally fall in that hole.
So when you come up here, Marin's going to be stranded at this bridge, and you're supposed to have the hook shot, but we're going to see a much funner strat. It's like, oh, you needed the hook shot to save her. No, you don't.
See ya.
Alright, so coming up is the entrance to level 8. Usually you would need to have the mirror shield from, I call it the mirror shield, the level 2 shield from Dungeon 7. Also, I love it when you're in
I believe it is called the
game.
mirror shield.
Oh, okay.
You pick it up, it says mirror shield.
Okay. I also love this part of the mountain when Bow Wow just flies off into the corner every time you screen transition. That's just hilarious. But we need... Usually you're supposed to use it to get past this fire, but if you're fast enough, you can just take a few points of damage and then get past it.
And just damage boost right through it and you're good.
Doing another cutscene skip here for the Turtle Rock entrance. Gets it.
And normally you're supposed to just fight this head, but you know what just happens?
Just pass it. Alright, so this dungeon introduces this little block pushing puzzle. And of course, more super jumps.
Yeah. So while the block is being pushed, if you move the D-pad, it will move the block in that position, in that direction. Mm-hmm. But nobody told them that you couldn't jump while this was happening.
Yep. And you will see that in the Nightmare Key room. Oh, here we go. Let's push a block. Let's push to the left to push a block down. Broken game mechanics.
So how does that trick work?
Broken game mechanics.
I mean, do you just sit there and push on the right pixel and it just does it?
Pretty much. I'm not 100% certain why that works. But it has to do with it does have to do with your positioning, and it's also like another block clip, effectively.
Alright, so here's Blano.
Don't get hit with the 1-2 knockout punch.
So four spins and he's decidedly dead. We do a super jump to get over those, and we pick up the fire rod.
Yep.
And we do still need that nightmare key to get to the boss.
Yep, and we'll be coming up to it now because the nightmare key is actually blocked by fire rod blocked. Needed to get past these ice crystals.
Yes. Now I believe this. Yeah. I guess it's just the magic rod in this game, technically.
No, it's actually the fire rod. Because it produces a bolt of flame.
Yeah. I mean, they are calling it the magic rod, so maybe it's magic rod in Japanese.
Oh yeah. Translations. So here's that room again where you can learn how to jump while you're doing this. So he's going to jump to the right, and then he's going to do a diagonal jump up and to the right when he's at the end.
And so this is just minimizing the amount of time necessary to get to that chest.
Yep, and that chest is
a very slight time save, but it is a time save nonetheless.
Yes. And that chest is only accessed if you can fill the entire floor in. So you have to do it. There's a few patterns you can do, but you have to fill the entire floor. All right, we're going to go with a drowning glitch here to cause a super jump. Perfect. Unbuff.
Wow. I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on. So here's Hothead. And there's Hothead.
Interesting taking a drowning there, but I guess that was good for timing. Let's see if he pulls off the one trick a few runners in the US do. Nope.
So what's the trick that usually happens?
I don't want to say the name of it, just because of the name.
Okay.
But if you shoot the fire rod at basically the same frame where you pick up the instrument, you have a interesting sprite.
Okay. Well, it looked like he tried to do it.
Potentially. So with this now, it's just going to be a mad dash to the Windfish egg. Now, in LADX, when you play this casually, the Windfish's egg is a maze. So in order to know the maze, you have to read the book. In order to read the book, it's in very small print. You have to have the magnifying glass. So since we did not do any of that, we should think that we don't know what the pattern is, but the pattern is always the same.
Yeah. The pattern is the same unless you've read the book.
Unless you read the book. Yes.
So the pattern gets randomized when you read the book. And I think it's like left, left, up, right, right, up, left, up.
Correct.
Nice.
Very good.
I believe I remembered that.
And he got the bomb trigger. Nice. So he's playing the Ballad of the Windfish. I really wish we can play this on our stream, unfortunately, but we don't have access of the audio. Question in chat: is there any way for Sakura to lose this race? Yes, because this final boss is literally RNG dependent. You're gonna see a menagerie of bosses. One of them includes Aghanim. And there is a key difference between this Aghanim and Link to the Past Aghanim.
Infinite blue balls.
Infinite blue balls can happen. I believe, if I remember correctly, the record is 18.
Gross.
Yeah. Alright, so the first one, he's going to try to do a bomb trigger to skip the first boss, which is basically just a blob. And he's going to try to time a spin. He's going to try to do a slash on the right pixel. And he got it. Alright, first boss skip. And now here's Aghanim. The first shot is a guaranteed hit. Actually, no, it's the first 2 shots are guaranteed. Everything else is 50%.
Looks like you can get much closer to this version of Aghanim.
Oh, yeah, you can literally get right up into his face. So here we go. Blue ball count. 1. This will be a run equalizer here. Oh, okay, you got the right one.
And of course, unlike our other versions of this game, we do not have normalized randomness here.
Nope.
So one of our runners can get, a large number of these projectiles, and the other one could get none.
Yep. So we're currently now at 4. Okay, 4 blue balls. Hey, look, it's our good friend Trollworm again. Or, yeah, Trollworm.
Trolldorm 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah, he unfortunately did not get the quick kill. You can actually stun lock him into place when he initially comes up. Hey, look, it's Ganon. Hey, guys, remember when I said we'd see Moldworm again? Nope, you missed him. And here's Deathel. So, final boss. Gonna wait for him to open the eye up. It's going to take, I believe it's 16 arrows. Might be 12.
Yes. Something to that effect.
Yep.
So, for those of you who remember our earlier discussion about the boomerang one-shots this boss.
Mm-hmm. Should hit the boomerang right in the eye. Nice quad, and that's it. GG. His time will be when he exits the screen. $57.04.
57.04, excellent.
That's a good time. All right, HiST coming up on his Windfish, so maybe he'll have better luck.
Yeah, they are mentioning the fact that their name is Dorobo, meaning thief.
Yep. And as I always like to call it, Liberace whale.
Yeah, seems entirely legit.
All right. So I just want to compare this time that he just got on the leaderboard that we have for speed at speedruns. What was the time? 57.04? 57.04 would put that as a 14th place time.
Mm-hmm.
So not bad.
That's about 3 minutes and 7 seconds off of Sakura's PB.
Not bad.
We can see him there on 4th place with a 57 or 53.57.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So not bad for a marathon run by any standard. That is a very good time for a marathon run. All right, so HiST coming up on the second half of the puzzle. All right, looks like he got his glitch. Now, something you guys can't hear because of the audio, but there's this nice little electronic hum when you do that bomb glitch. So you literally will fight this entire fight with no music. Nice, he got the skip. And the music will only start up when he gets the devil. right, there's the 2 guaranteed blue balls. Looks like we might have a low 101, maybe. Maybe a 101, maybe a 102. And of course, Aghanim not cooperating. Hey, only 3 blue balls.
All right.
All right, good. He got the quick kill. And that's how you kill Troll Worm that fast. Highland Mola, Highland Mola. Ooh, almost got the quad there. So we're at 12, 15, 16. Well done. Yeah, okay, looks like a mid 101. Nice. And official time 101:37.
All right, so both runners, excellent job here today. So we have Sakura and HiST. Sakura NBO and HiST 1889 here on Twitch. Make sure to give them a follow if you're interested in seeing some of these runs. Looking into LADX speed running, I'm sure there are plenty of resources out there if you'd like to try it yourself.
Yep. I just saw a question in chat about the text on the in credits. That has to do with a frame rate. It's a frame rate issue with the capturing and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's interesting to say the least when we're doing that. But well done for both runners. So let's check the schedule here. Looks like up next we're going to be having a Donkey Kong